Good morning, optimists. I forgot to turn on my lights, so we're gonna do that today. Well, right now. Today is September 12th, 2023. I'm gonna turn on these lights. Let's do it. So we just go a little bit like that. Woo! There we go. Too bright. All right, there we go. Can you go with me? Too bright. All right, there we go. Are they too bright? All right, I think we got it. Looks all right to me. There we go. Alrighty. It's trade time. So I've not really, well, I have taken a look at the market a little bit today. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a trend reversal. Markets are moving kind of heavily with a fair amount of volume before tomorrow's CPI data. And then on top of that, the old contract from the summer on the ES is expiring. And so a lot of that volume is transitioning over to the ESZ. So we can see that reflected in the market today versus yesterday. They were almost evenly split. So let's go ahead and pull that stuff up. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Here we go. So we did take two trades. First trade we took here, they're almost identical trades, but slightly different. First trade I took here was off 30 and a quarter up to 31 and a quarter, so 4 tick. And then this other one was also a 4 tick as well, which was from 29 up to 30. And I wish that I went for a little bit more on this because I was able to get a nice entry here, but it just wasn't, that's just not how it worked out. So, because I didn't know if this move was going to continue. But you can see that we're kind of riding along the volume weighted average prices on the 1 minute chart. The ES is ever so slightly down. It's down a quarter of a point. Not huge, not enough to where it can't recover. But you can see this 50 moving average is coming very close to a 200 moving average crossover. We've got the 9 and the 12 above the VWAP here and above the 200, and the 200 is below the VWAP. This looks really great for a upward golden cross move. And this could really turn into a big moving day. We'll probably be looking for that trend reversal sometime in the next 10 to 15 minutes if we get it. Now, unless we get some sort of big contract dump, I don't really see this going down. This looks to me like it's going to be a nice long upswing on the day. We're popping back right now above the volume weighted average price. That was a huge jump from 28 up to 30. A nice 8 tick move there. I'm gonna see if I can get an entrance off the 9 EMA, and we're currently up about $140 on the day. Let's see if we can grab like a 7 ticker off this because this is looking nice and strong. Kind of wish I was able to grab that down there at 28. I don't like that the TTM is cooling so much right now. TTM is at 2.3 on the blue side. We're super close to this golden cross. I'd really like to actually take it, but it's these big moves right here that are kind of preventing me from just jumping in. So timing is important right now. Let's take a look at the 10-second chart. And so we can get a little bit more granular in terms of actually understanding this price action. We're like zoomed into a really weird spot. We're like off into the corner. What is that about? Can you just line up, please? Go to current bar. There we go. Okay, so this is actually this is a little bit easier in some capacities to be able to see the direction that we're going. I'm gonna do what I did yesterday where I had one of them. I had Apex on the 1 minute chart, and then I had Elite Trader Funding on the 10-second chart. And that was really useful. I'm gonna take a look at the 20-second as well, which did get that crossover right there, right when we took that trade. So this 20-second may be very useful as well. I'm gonna jump to like a 7 ticker on this. So that we're down below VWAP at 27. I don't necessarily want to take another trade until I either see this go red to yellow or I see this crossover happen. So I'll be looking for both of those. So I'm going to just hold here and just wait. But I believe that if we get this crossover, we will have a really strong upside that I think would look very nice. And when we were when we were taking a look at this yesterday, we were looking at the 30-minute chart. You can see 3 minute is already on the upswing. Let's go to the current bar and zoom out a little bit. So in the 30-minute, you can see we actually got a 30-minute crossover today. These are not common. These only come every couple of days, maybe like once a week or so. You can see the last one that we got was, I believe it was August 28th. Was the last one that, yep, August 28th was the last time that we got this 30-minute 5200 crossover. We just got a new one today, and this is what I was talking about yesterday, that this was on the approach. So we may have some bullish days inbound as a result of this. I'm going to jump out to a 15-minute chart and take a look and see where we're at on that crossover. So we did get that crossover in the 15-minute chart earlier. We're pulling back right now to 26. And you can see the 15-minute chart, the TTM is narrowing this gap here from where it was down here at 3.6. Now it's at 1.4. And sometime likely over the next 15 to 20 minutes or so, we'll get this full reversal. I'm going to jump out one more time to 5 minute and just sort of keep narrowing back into that 3. 5 minute is a bit of a ways from that cross, but TTM you can see is at 0.5, so we're getting there. And let's jump back to that 3 minute chart. So right now we pulled back to about 25, we're bouncing up to 27, 3 minutes at 2.5 on TTM, and a little bit more time on the 5200 cross. So I'd be looking at resistance up here at 31, but we are getting this jump right now. I'm gonna try and grab this as it pushes. I'm getting some lag on my computer here.
Order filled.
I got an entry at 27.75 on this drop. It's a little bit too much of a drop. I don't love that. I may have to cut this. I'm hoping not. I want to get back to this 1 minute chart though. So 27.75 is the entry. Currently down about 3-4 ticks in this. The TTM did go red on the 1 minute side, but I'm not too worried about it because of that push, because of this moving average crossover here. Ran into some resistance there at the volume weighted average price at 28.75. Our intended exit is at 29.50, which is the top of this band. Perhaps I'll put it at 28.50 or so. I don't know. This still looks pretty good. I want to see that red to yellow happen, because I just think that we're gonna rip up. We're super close to this cross. We're less than $1 away from that cross. What's this entry? 27.75. It's on the 20-second chart.
Order filled.
I took another trade on Apex side at 28. So these are almost the same trade. So I could have got a slightly better entry, like 27.50 or something. But this one's trying to get out of 29.75, and the other one's trying to get out of 29.50. Going for 7 ticks on this. So taking a little bit of a swing. Hitting 29, 29.50, or 29.25 actually. 29 is being a little bit of a tough point, which is really that VWAP. You got to break that volume weighted average price. Super important. Technically, we're still up in these trades, but hitting that 29 is proving to be a little bit difficult to pass. I may lower my sell order down to 29 and not go for the full thing. It does look solid though that it's going to push up for that. 29.25 again. That's 2 times hitting 29.25. It's a little double top there, just for that moment. There's a yellow candle, briefly yellow. I'm a little fearful of a contract dump, but the chart looks right. But it's just that we're hitting that 29.25 and not breaking through it. There's about 30 seconds left in this candle, maybe 20 seconds or so. Can I hold it? Do I have the capability of just holding through this? Another 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
Order filled.
There's 29.50, so we're out on Elite Trader funding side. There's the push. There we go.
Order
There's 29.75. So we grabbed 7 ticks off that. Up 400 in Apex. Up 380 in Elite Trader funding. Wow, that's weird because each account took the exact same trades. So it's kind of, that must be a fee difference between the two of them. It looks like this is going to continue to rip. I think that we're going to break through 31 here very shortly. I want to see the fee difference here because when I go, like these were identical trades almost. So we got fees here at 33.48 on the Elite Trader funding side. And then let's jump to Apex. I've not checked the comments if you guys are there. We're at $18. That's pretty fascinating. Number of contracts 6. Number of contracts 6. So I'm paying a lot more in fees on the Elite Trader funding side than I am on Apex. That is really fascinating. Number of trades 2, number of contracts 6, or 12. Why am I at 12 contracts here on 2 trades? That's not, what's that about? Three. It doubled up my contracts. That's really weird because I didn't take any trades yesterday. So that's really, really odd. This was a nice pullback pop right there on the 20-second chart. I'm just going to jump in, check in with y'all because I have not even taken a look at this because the market's moving so quickly that I'm trying to just make sure that I'm paying attention in all of that. What up, Tiny? Good to see you. Good to see you. What's going down? Day is looking great. A lot of action on the day. Coming up here at 7 o'clock. Nice big move there from that pullback, that VWAP pullback there. 29 entry up to 30.75, up to 31 would look really like that was a nice 8-tick move there. You can see on the 1 minute side, we had that red pullback. We're getting that red to yellow. We're coming in for the 5,200 moving average crossover. This looks very strong. If we can get a pullback to like 30, I'm in. Like I'm going to put a standing order at 30. Actually, I put it at 30.25. What's that about? I want it at 30. Maybe 30.25 was right. So it never filled. It did tap it a couple of times at 30.5.
Order filled.
Got in on Elite Trader funding side
Order
at
filled.
30.75 and on Apex at 30.50. And I'm looking for exits at getting some pullback now, but there is that cyan switch right there. We got this moving average crossover. I believe that we can hold back through this, and we may actually have room up to like 35. The top up there is at 37. This is looking super strong. I think I'm gonna go for a swing up to about 30. Let's go for 33. Going for 33. So this is going to be a little bit scary of a trade, but I think I'll be able to hold it. 9 moving average is still on the ascent. That's what we want to see. This 50 moving average crossover is about to happen, and we've got this cyan switch here, pulling back slightly, down a little bit in the trade. Again, I'm not too worried about it. Keep an eye on my trailing max. There's a 22.75 on Apex side. This is a more pullback than I want to see. Our entry's at 30.5, and the entry here is at 30.75. And we're looking at 1,700, so we're down $300 in this. I should have looked at this TTM, and I had the thought to do so and look for a better entry, but I still believe that we're going to be okay. I think that we're going to push up through this with this crossover happening here. We have 1 second left in this. There's the cross. There's a pullback to VWAP. Getting some sell-off there. This is a sketchy trade. Pretty much giving back all my profit on this. All my profit on the day.
Order filled.
I took one additional contract on Apex side, which I'm going to put an exit at 31 on. One minute TTM is at 0.7. Breaking below the VWAP. I don't love that, but I believe that this is going to be accumulation right here. And then 4 contracts on Apex side. And we're about $10 away from the ES going green on the day. Still down about a quarter of a point. You gotta break this VWAP. Break on up through 30 again. 15 seconds left in this crossover here. A close eye on our trailing max, which is pretty good, in the 1700 range on ETF side. I'm gonna be watching this 20-second chart for a yellow move. Maybe I'll check this 10-second chart as well. 28.75. There's a blue on the 1 minute. Let's get to the current bar. Zoom out. Okay, this rip should happen here right about the next like 30 seconds.
Order filled.
There's that 31 out on Apex, so there's a little bit of profit locked in. TTM's at 0.92. Pulling back off 31, shockingly.
Order filled.
Took an additional contract again on Apex side. The entry was there at 29, and that one's looking to get out at 30.25. We have this 1 minute crossover. This should rip. 20 seconds left on that 1 minute candle. We got to get back above the volume weighted average price. Currently still green on the day on Apex, still green on ETF. I don't like that this blue is coming in on TTM. That's a little scary. Dropping below that that 200 moving average cross. This is getting a little sketchy now. Very shocking considering all of the confirmation that we have for upward moves. What's our entry now on this? It is 30.5. I might drop this down to 31 as a potential exit point. Because at this point we pulled back quite a bit. There's the buy orders coming in on that last one. You see that? About 2,600 contracts on the buy side. Hardly any sells. Come on. That pulled into a doji and then continued to push down. This is very shocking to me that this is doing this. Apex or ETF side, I'm going to drop down to 31.50 as the exit point. Actually 32. So a 5 tick. This is super shocking. What the heck? The strat like works like all the time. I'm down heavily on Apex side. Trail max at 1,700. ETF side is not as bad. ETF's at 1,600. We've got that crossover and we've got that continued divergence. Where's the rip? Very shocking. Yeah. I don't want to cut this, but I may have to. We should have ripped right here. We're at 708. All right, we're gonna have to call it. It's gone down way too much. That's so shocking to me. Just because this crossover action is super reliable. So I guess 31 really needed to be the exit. CTM's now at 0.8, 0.9 on the red side. And this downward cross, or this cross here is failing. Funny enough, I had the intuition when I was at about 400 on each account to walk, but we literally just started, plus this crossover was here. So I pushed. And there we go. You know what I mean? And at this point, we've got to get above 27 to really have this have any chance. But you can see on the Bulls Bears, it's mostly green. So it's really surprising to see this continued drop. The 200 moving average on the 10-second chart is dropping below VWAP. I will say that that is a good thing for long. It's pretty much right on VWAP at 28.68 versus 27.10. $1.70 apart. But I can't wait around for that because this is like I'm like down like a G in this trade. There's 27. Super important spot here is to break 27 and stay above it. Ten-second crossover is looking closer. There's a lot of volume. Look at all this buy volume here. If that's not price suppression, man, I don't know what is. Hold up above the 200 moving average on the 10-second chart at 29.25. Pulling back off that. We got to break above VWAP at 29.
Order filled.
I took one additional contract on Elite Trader Funding side. That looks to get out at 30.75. I'm going to put the exit at 31 just to make sure that everything is a green when this does actually rip. There's 29.50. We got to break above 30. 30 is a very tough zone. We have red to yellow on the TTM 1 minute side. We're on approach for a 10-second crossover on the 10-second 5200 cross. There's a lot of volatility today, and I can tell you that if this trade goes through, then I'll be done for the day. But I think that we're going to hit 35 today. $45.35 is the number that I am wanting to see the ES hit. Right now we're kind of struggling at 29.50 area. TTM is at 0.99 on the 1 minute side. And we're on approach for this 10-second crossover here at 7:15. 7:14. Now 7:15. Bollinger Band's up there at 31.75, so I'm debating whether or not to drop this 33 down to 31.75. It still turn into a great trade, but obviously it wouldn't be as profitable. Let's get this price action, baby. Go up. Let's do it. Do what you were born to do, baby. You were born to run. You were born to go up. Come on, ES. You were born for this. Rejecting again at 29 and a massive contract up. What the heck? Ooh. They dropped down, tapped 30, dropped all the way down to 26 in a matter of seconds. Still in the position because I still see the opportunity. About 53 cents in diversion on the 5200 on the 1 minute side. About to get a new 1 minute candle. And we gained about 2 cents. I want to see more gain than that. But 30 is a very tough spot. I believe that the ES will break it. 9-12-26 crossover on the 10-second chart on approach for this crossover on the 10-second. But again, with some of that pushback, 37 and 14. What is that? Now 37 and 18. So that's a 19 cents difference. $37.18, $37.19, $37.25. This is so close. 0.16 on the TTM1. Continued divergence on the 5200 moving average cross. Now 42 cents apart. And there's about 35 seconds left in this. Getting jumbled on my words. $21 and $34. We've got to break 30, man. There's a new 0.11 on TTM 1 minute. We get a cyan switch. There's cyan 0.34. 10-second chart, very close to that cross, but not yet. Cross on current candle. I might reduce to 32. 0.38 on 1 minute chart. And there's about 15 seconds left. My average entry is $29.75. And we tapped $29.75 again, which would be break even on a trade. 0.6 on this TTM now on the 1 minute side on cyan. and divergence is now about 53 cents. There's way too much price suppression at 30. And I really wish that my entry had not been at 30, but it had been more at like 27. But entry timing. I try to get that 5200 moving average cross. Is usually a very strong move. But obviously, the suppression on this is heavy ahead of the CPI data. So, and this pulled back a lot. At this point, I'm just going to try to get out at like 30.75 or 31. Heck, even like 29.75 or 30 would be fine. Because at this point, it's been too long, and I've lost, like, I've had too much up and down with this. Careful. Yeah, I agree. Thinking anything long today, there can be massive dumps. Yeah, I'm seeing this. That was a massive dump right there. I'm very shocked at that because of the moving averages, because of the price action, because of the cyan, all of it. Just very shocked, especially because we were already up 400 on the day. So a little frustrating. 24. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut. Wow. That dropped way more than I was paying attention to. That was, I think I'm still in shock. And so I'm just gonna have to cut it, take my L. That's fascinating. My intuition said to walk away when I was up that $400, but I literally was about 5 minutes into the trading, and then also we had this crossover. I just really expected a move up to about 33, 34. I'm cutting them.
Order filled.
Calling it.
Order
massive
filled.
Loss. Really, just very shocked. Brought me down to 905.80 from being up 375 and down 758. Very just shocking. I'm so shocked by this. I really, really am, because there just really was a lot of confirmation on the upside. So just a ton of confirmation all the way around, and just really, really shocked by this. So what are you gonna do? I gotta work my way back out of the hole yet again. It is what it is. But I'm just so shocked by this. It's so weird. With the Apple conference today, yeah. Massive dumps and sell the news events with the Apple conference today. Dude, I can't tell you how shocked I am by this. Like, literally, like, everything was there. So we still have the Fed Treasury, the WASD report, and we have crude today. Tomorrow is where we have CPI data. Man, I cannot tell you how shocked I am by this because it just, every confirmation was there. But I guess that's the way it rolls out sometimes. You know what I mean? And I guess I should have walked away being my 394 in profit and my 375 in profit. Maybe I got greedy. There's a big dump there. Looks like we're gonna make new lows. We are. Zoom out a little bit. So we had some nice trades in the beginning. This one and this one totaled up to about 395 in profit. And then this little one here was a nice one, exiting at 31. But just couldn't break over 30. Honestly, when it started getting here was where, like this spot here where it didn't break, that was where I really started questioning the trade quite a lot. And what it really tells me is that I should have just cut it with that small loss right here. So let's take a look at our trailing maxes. 1268 on Apex side and 686 on ETF. Woo. Yee. Really shocked on that because like even this cross only brought a tiny little move with all that price suppression. And when it comes to price suppression, I really should heed the warning. I mean, I'm still learning, but there's a big dump right there. ES just doubled its losses on the day. From being down 10 to being down 20. And we're a long way off now from any sort of long action. I think, so the iPhone, I was learning, I don't know if it's real or not, but I guess that they were talking about having it at a $3,000 price point. My thought process on today was a little bit different. I know that we had Apple doing their event today after Apple dumped pretty heavily on the news of China banning them from government officials, banning Apple usage. But my thought on the day was that Apple's event would move the market, that it would matter. But in taking a look at the charts, seeing the initial drop at the open and then seeing the sort of the trend reversal, my thought process on the day was that we would see enough of an uptrend to be able to hit 45.35 and then sell off there. And it was really kind of shocking to see all that price suppression at 45.30 when you had all those moving average crossovers happen, but still to no effect. So that really meant that a lot of that price action, a lot of that selling pressure was just very, very heavy on that side at 45.30. It's really pretty crazy to me. So we pulled all the way back to and made new lows here at 45.18. We're continuing to drop, continuing to make new lows. 45.18 and a quarter. I'm grateful I cut it, but I recognized in the trade that 45.30 had price suppression. I don't have access to Bookmap right now, so I'm not utilizing that for trading at the moment. But so I recognize the 45.30 as a price suppression zone, but because of the price suppression and I guess I just didn't I didn't cut it at that 45.29 45.29.50 even 45.30 area because I genuinely thought that we were going to pop up to at least 31 or a little bit above because there was just a lot of indication that we would. So being as that's the case, I mean, you know, here we are, and we just have to work our way out of it again, and we've done it a couple of times, and it's just part of the process, I guess.
Order filled.
So now the question is, since we've hit these lows and such, are we going to continue to put in lows, or are we going to bounce off the bottom and rip back up towards the VWAP?
Order filled.
Made a little $100 back in ETF, so down 8.10 on the day. I'm gonna work to scalp my way back a little bit, and I'll do the same on Apex side. Try to go long off 22.
Order filled.
In
Order
at
filled.
22.50. It's going to get out at 23.75 is the intention on that.
Order filled.
Hitting 23 as resistance.
Order filled.
Just took the ETF one off.
Order filled.
And took the Apex one off with tiny little trades. Looks like they popped. I took them off as tiny, just little one tickers, just to get them off, just in case of a drop. Because I saw the blue coming in here, but I think that this will push up to about 25, towards that 200 moving average there. But at the moment, I gotta wait for the pullback.
Order filled. Order filled.
Took entries at 22.50 area. $23 is a challenging zone for this, so I'm gonna drop this sell order down to 23.25.
Order filled.
Okay, we got those on each side. So down 626 in Apex, down 731 in ETF. And we'll work it back. I'm not too worried about it. I would like to see a red candle on TTM though, on the 10-second chart. There we go. So I wanted to see this push down because I wanted to actually have some of that consolidate a little bit. So this will be quite the process of working things back. So we're here at 7:30ish, so we will likely get a volume push. There's a little push up there. Trying to send a text right now. I started a little early today because I'm gonna have to leave early, so I have something to take care of early today. So I'm not going to take it long right now. Just the moving averages are two just crossed all over each other at the moment. So right now I don't see any op per se. But I'm just sort of scalping myself back with like little $100 trades at the moment. So we only had that one loss, but that loss was obviously huge. Counts as two. Obviously the loss was huge, and just because I don't feel that I managed my risk very well on that one in those trades. Like I could tell a couple of things were going on for me. I think I did get greedy. I'm pretty sure that happened. Outside of the greed factor, I believe that also too, I in some capacities convinced myself that even though my strategy was working, it also was sort of the factor of having, I guess, talking myself into keeping the trade. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream right there, and just go from there. I likely will continue to trade some throughout the day. I think there's a ton of opportunity in the market today, lots of volatility, and if we could do it right, we can do it right. So, good luck out there today, Optimus. Be careful. It's pretty heavily volatile with Apple's announcements and things like that. So, much love and appreciation, y'all. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out. Much love.